Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Be wise with the women you allow into your boundary. Be wise with it. Now, notice I said the women you allow. Now, anybody who's read my book, Nice Guys and Players, I said, hey, women choose the men, right? Women choose the men. Now, some men who have read that, they misunderstood that. They thought, oh, if a woman chooses you, you just got to go along with it and everything. No, actually you have power, because I also said you got to choose them back. So that's actually where your power is. Yes, women make a choice. They like you and, they got several different ways they will choose you. Even if you cold approach, they're making a choice. But you have to make the choice whether or not you want to deal with her. And that actually gives you the power. When you let her choose, you got the power. You let her come to you. Pimps will tell you that. Pimps are very big on that. And you see how they do with women. However they want to do, the women go out and make money for them. Now, I ain't saying go out and be a pimp, but just understand that principle. And in fact, many true players, they understand that. They don't chase the woman as much as the woman chase them. But that gives them the power to choose back. So once you understand just that basic principle, you have the power. Like you get some guys with some women, right? And they'll say, oh, with her, and they don't really like her, but it's like, well, she's the only one who chose me. Why'd you choose her back? Like seriously, why'd you choose her back? You saw what she was bringing. See, and also too, you get a lot of guys. They'll call themselves chasing a woman. But really a man chases a woman until she catches him. So you actually giving her the power. But a lot of guys, they'll be with a woman and she cheating on them. She's treating them well. There's a lot of guys out here catching hell from their women. Even if they look good in public together, behind closed doors. Especially I talked a bit about money men the other day, but there's a lot who will chase that baddie, that fine woman, but behind closed doors, they catching hell. Behind closed doors, he know that she's sneaking out. It ain't even a my bad situation. He knows it, but he wants her so bad, But did she hold a gun to his head? Yeah, she was fine. Yeah, she had a pretty face, nice breasts, big old butt down, or whatever he likes in a woman. But he made the choice. He made the choice. I remember I knew this guy way back in the day, and he always complained about his woman going out cheating on him. And it was just a dysfunctional relationship. But I actually said to him, why you keep going back to her? Was she holding a gun to your head? Seriously. See, men, when you're dealing with a bad woman, you can't blame her for being bad. She's just going to be who she is. Why are you dealing with her? Why are you dealing with her? Is it because she's the only woman who gives you sex? Is that worth it? Because honestly, if you really understand yourself, if you can get one, you can get 600. I'm going to say that again. If you can get one woman, you can get 600. It's the only thing that should be of concern to the man is just who he can get. But it's still his choice. And I'm going to address that who he can get thing in the next one. So there's still a choice. The man has power. See, understand something. As a man, you got to be very careful who you allow into your world. Now, this can be halfway a Sovereign Saturday video. I could halfway been talking about this tomorrow, but I tend to just keep it focused just on a man building himself on my Sovereign Saturday thing. But part of what a man wants to bring into his world is a supportive woman. See, if you're a man and you want to build yourself up, you want to be successful, you want a mission, you got the things you want to do, the woman who comes into your world, she needs to support that. No ifs, ands, and buts. Because I'm going to tell you what, many men have been messed up. Plans have been messed up. Their dreams have been messed up. What they could have done for the world had been messed up simply because they chose the wrong woman. They chose back the wrong woman. Yeah, she was interested. She seemed supportive, but was she right for you? See, even when a woman's throwing it at you, and she could be fine, she can be that baddie, whatever, you still have to ask yourself, is she right for me? Is she really right for my mission? And you can know it. See, I'm going to tell you what. You got to think, okay, I'm doing this. I'm working on this. How much does she really support that? How much does she really support it? Is she going along with it? Or is she even when y'all in that dating phase, is she asking like questions about it? Has she offered to help with it? Whatever it is. And then you got to think about your value system. Is she the same? Does she worship God the same way you do? Nah, that you got to get that deep into it. Does she share your political views? Or is she just fine? She just fine. Because trust me, every time, understand something with a woman. By their very nature, they're selfish. They looking out for their own agenda. Just their nature. They ain't evil or anything, because part of their agenda is taking care of any kids. So you actually want a woman like that as the mother of your children. But part of her agenda need to be to support you too. But what happens is you get some women, they get into a relationship and they feel like, hey, this is my agenda. I'm going to change him. I'm going to work on him. I never forget, it was some young girl contacted me on Twitter years ago. She had some issue with some article I wrote, but she said, I'm gonna work on you. I just laughed. I'm like, please. Because first of all, if you get into that relationship and allow that to happen, some guys might think, oh yeah, well, she made me a better man. Oh, she done won the challenge then. And then she loses interest. She moves on to the next conquest. You gotta be concerned about that. A man's first relationship is with himself. It's with himself and his mission. And yeah, you might meet that woman, she's attractive, y'all can talk and everything, but it still come down. It still come down to, is she an asset or a liability? Actually, I get a lot of guys asking me that, and they'll say, well, she doing this and that. Okay, is she good for you? Or is she bad for you? It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Is she good for you or bad for you? Is she helping elevate your plan, your mission? And yeah, you gotta be selfish, because I know some women here that, well, what about my mission? Okay. You can do your thing. Now, if our missions collide, and which I think that's the best thing anyway. If the two people, if the man and the woman, both their purposes intertwine and work with each other, complement each other, that's the best relationship. That's the best relationship. Shoot, you see a lot of couples out there, they in business together. A lot of couples out there in business together. They working together, they building together. It's a beautiful thing. But what if it's not? What if it's not? You ain't supposed to, look, as a man, if you gotta compromise your mission to support hers, that's not a good thing. Because ultimately, you got to be, look, your world. And the woman who fits into it, she needs to, at the minimum, complement what you're doing, no matter what she's doing. And you got to stick with that, because women don't respect men who can be easily swayed or controlled. One of the things that attract a woman to a man is he stands fast in who he is. Men got to be rocks. So you need that woman that's going to come in and actually complement what you're doing. And you might like her as a person, otherwise you might find her sexy. And you know what, honestly, and some people don't like to hear this, men or women like to hear this, but you know, y'all might get hooked up a few times sexually, but if you're talking about a real relationship, oh no, she needs to fit into your boundary. No matter what she is, no matter who she is, no matter how much money she is. Because too many men, they are having a woman take them out of their mission and everything, and then they the ones get messed up in the end. That's the thing. They're the ones who get messed up. So as a man, as a sovereign man, that woman needs to fit into your world. And no ifs, ands, and buts. And it's tough. No, it's tough. Shoot, personally, I've met some women, Very attractive, good to talk to, but the mission just wasn't there. So we had the friend zone. It happens. And they were fine too, but sometimes you got just friends. You can talk, do something, but if it's not right, it's just not right. Because your first relationship is to yourself and to your mission. All right? So be wise with the woman that you allow into it. That's your boundary. That's your world. Be wise with it. And don't be shamed about it either. Like if you run into a world, she act like you got to adhere to her plan, just say, that ain't me. Later. And don't be unapologetic about it. Because, like I said, your first relationship is with yourself. You got to be at peace with what you do in life. Now, you could, if helping her is a part of your mission, your world, and when I say help, you still sticking on what you doing, but whatever she doing complements what you're doing, okay. Like if I meet a writer, I don't have a problem dealing with them. I don't have a problem because it's part of my mission, you know, because I still have a publishing company. So, you know, that's no problem. But it got to be a part of what I'm doing. So that's all I have for right now. I want y'all to really adhere to that. Now think about it. Adhere to it. This is your world. You building your world. You're the alpha of your world. That is your boundary. So adhere to that. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.